Jai Sriman Narayan. Jai Sriman Narayan. Jai Sriman Narayan. Can you hear me on the speaker? Make it a little bit louder. Jai Sriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagat Guru Sudarshan Acharyaji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to the Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to the 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi. And I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham on the 6th day of our celebrations on the month of the Ramanujans. This month has been declared by the Sri Narayan Dham specifically from here, Durban, in South Africa. It was declared to celebrate from the many Ramanujans, the two Ramanujans, that is exceptionally within my consciousness. And that is Lord Sri Ramanuj, the source of the re-establishment of Sri Vaishnavism 1004 years ago. And my own Guru, Swami Sudarshan Acharyaji Maharaj, my source for re-establishing Sri Vaishnavism in this, the 21st century, 1,000 years later, globally. And within the years, this mission has evolved from this dark corner of the African continent to every part of our globe. This might be hard for people to understand. How does one Guru singularly from a part of the world that has no spiritual root spread the principle, tradition of Sanatana Dharma across the globe? So we need a scientific explanation for this. because science rules our mind. If we understand scientifically, then we have no reason to ponder how this great mission is now a global mission. There is no reason to ponder. And for that, you need to go back to how I pay my obeisance. My obeisances. So again, my live audience physically are those that are seated here tonight at the ashram. And a practical example will be appropriate for this audience to understand. And in South Africa, our source of energy comes from an institution called DISCOURSE. So DISCOURSE is our natural source of energy, that is electrical energy that lights up our entire country, and it also lights up and assists to light up neighboring countries. Yes? So that energy, which is ESCOM, has to go into huge substations before it reaches your house. Yes or no? When it comes through all of these substations and then it is distributed to each individual house, and it lights up each individual house. And this electrical energy can be used up in various ways. It can cook your food, it can cool your air, and it can beautifully light up your ashram, like our blue lights now, right around the bulkhead. Yes? One energy, many functions. But this energy is unseen when it travels to wire. Is it so? And it lights up once it is connected. So if you look at the light pole where this electrical current stands, will it light up your house? Satish Bhai? No. You build a beautiful house in front of an electrical light pole. Will it light up your house? Why not? You're not connected. So you'll be living on fire, candle, charcoal. What else, Jessica? Gas. Anything else, Mama? But you won't have this switch on, switch off light facility. Because although you built your house right next to Satish, maybe you left about 4 meters thinking you might get that light. You wasted your time unless you connect. So to connect your light, you have to get an electrician who knows how to connect and wire up your entire premises. And you also, Dana, you sit in right underneath. You have to put a box called the Dana box. So that the light can be distributed, or the energy can be distributed in such a manner there is no outage. Yes? And then you have to apply to the authorities so that they may connect that path that is already connected to your house, and you are a legal receiver of lights. Then there are some of us in South Africa, and I'm sure the world over, that use the same light pole, that is by running two wires. And they also get light from the same ESCOM. Yes? But there is no safety and no guarantee. No safety, no guarantee. And here in South Africa, wherever that was done, there was mass destruction. Yes? Is there a place where there is an informal settlement in South Africa where lights were connected illegally and unprofessionally in these informal settlements that did not burn down? Yes? Every informal settlement has burnt. Has burned. So let's look at Lord Narayan as ESCOM. Let's look at Lord Narayan as ESCOM. And let's look at the Guru as a house. Let's look at the Guru as a house. So the Guru backwards is connected to his Guru. His Guru backwards is connected to his Guru. Along the way, all the Gurus are connected to Lord Sri Ramanuj. Lord Sri Ramanuj is connected to the 12 Alvas who are connected to their Gurus. Yes? Up until the time the connection is with Lord Sriman Narayan. So the source is Lord Sriman Narayan. The house is your great Acharya. Who's great Acharya? Siddharth. Who's great Acharya?
Mine.
Oh. You heard Siddharth? Rakesh, who's great Acharya? Yes, I want you all to have a fight outside this. So it doesn't matter where in the world the house is. Does it? As long as it is legally and legitimately connected. Legally and legitimately connected. Because the potency will always reach back to the source. And this is what we are proving scientifically to the entire world. That Lord Sriman Narayan is the source and goal of all living entities. Is this not the proof? This ashram, Sri Narayan Dham, is it not proven to the world? The entire world, that Lord Sriman Narayan is the source and goal of all living entities. And we do experiments. This is a lab. It is absolute science. We do experiments. And we did a huge experiment on Saturday. And did Lord Sri Narayan not show his potency on Saturday? Is this image of Lord Sri Narayan the most publicized in the world? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, in 3 days. Yes or no? If you go on social media, which image is the most publicized around the world of Lord Sri Narayan? This one. Yes? Those of you that are in the know, this image and this image from tomorrow morning will enter every home around the globe. Around the globe. Whoever connects to the morning Aarti will receive it around the globe. Whether you connect or do not connect, Lord Sriman Narayan is all pervading. All pervading. Have you seen a post that I shared of Swami Chinna Jaya Swami this morning? Well, what was written there, Jessica? Is that how you convict criminals, Jessica? Look at the face, you don't like them, okay, you 50 years, you whisper in the magistrate, yes, 50 years. And if you like someone's face, okay, doesn't matter how many people this person murdered, he looks right. And poor Satish Bhai have to handle all that paperwork. He said that the Om Namo Narayana, if you want everything in life, if you want everything in life to be good, then the Om Namo Narayana mantra is for you. Why? Because it pervades everything. It pervades everything. So if you want everything in your life, Dev Bhai, logic and common sense will tell you what to do. Use the instrument that can give you everything. And the instrument that can give you everything is the Om Namo Narayan mantra. But that mantra can only get actuated by a Sri Sampradaya Guru. Thereby, you can go home now and do the mantra until you turn blue, grey, yellow, pink. If it is not actuated to the Guru, you're not going to get any benefit. So I want to explain these informal settlements. Alright? They take an illegal connection which is not compliant with the amps. We have an electrician here, Vasudeva Ramanuj Das. Vasu. These wires can only give you so many amps. And the wires they use exceed the amps. And when the amps are exceeded, what happens? The wire burns. Very, very important discovery we make in here, Jessica. Wire burns. So if your vices are greater than your virtues, notwithstanding the fact that you are connected to the source, notwithstanding the fact that you are connected to the source, you will. I can't hear, Jessica. I can't hear from everyone. Yes. So I hear many of you saying, I pray every morning. I do Katha and Chanda. I sleep on the floor in Navratri. I do saltless fast. And Dave, I fast 40 days in Praktasi. But nothing is working. Because you have an illegal, unauthorized connection. And you are demanding more through that supply than the amps that is required. Yes or no? Because in every prayer you do, there is a louder, Vasudeva. A want. Every prayer you do, you want. Rojbhai, is the Guru right or wrong?
Yes, Guru.
Have you ever prayed and said, how you God? Today I don't want. Rojbhai?
Yes, Guru.
So you burn. You burn because the wires are too thin and the wants are too great. Wants are too great. So the Lord has formulated a system whereby your want is in proportion to your power that you can receive. So some of you want two-phase power, others want three-phase power. Alright? God can give you any phase power. But do you have the DB box to distribute it to your system equitably? Raj, how strong is your DB box?
Not very strong. I think single phase is okay.
What honest devotee of the Acharya Ramanujan Foundation. Okay? He just wants a single phase. For now. Alright? And this is a problem in Sanatana Dharma, is it not? Does this problem exist in Islam? Does it exist in Christianity? But it exists in Sanatana Dharma because we are busy making illegal connections all the time. all the time. We are lazy. We are lazy to get a qualified electrician. Some of us just build our houses next to these power stations and expect to get connected. And when we don't get connected, we get very, very upset. And Satish Bhai will build his house next to a light pole. There's two Satish Bhais here. One, two. Hey, they seated next to each other. All right. And there was three here on Wednesday. Vishwadar's father. And he was sitting in the same vicinity of these other two Satishas. And he got a shock, I think, when I looked in the same direction. Are you understanding, all of you? What are you understanding? The perfection of Sanatana Dharma. The perfection of Sanatana Dharma. It's logical. Is it not logical? Is it not commonsensical? Not commonsensical? So if your great-grandfather, great-great-great-grandfather connected lights illegally and got some power, because you also get some power, isn't it? And then you looked at that some power, your parents looked at that some power and continued that connection. Now you have a qualified electrician. The electrician is telling you, see, that wires that were connected by your great-great-great-grandfather, it's illegal. It is still connected to the source, but you're going to burn out. It is still connected to the source. It was not connected with authority. It was connected out of convenience. Connected out of convenience. Now you are being informed. Please connect the wires with authority. A qualified electrician will tell you how many amp fuse you need to be functional. Okay, by how many amp fuse you think? Can you see the wiring in the fuse, Rakesh Bhai? You know, they used to have these cow shockers, have you seen? At the two edge, huh?
Cow prods.
Cow prods. Okay. And you see the wire, the current running from one pole to the other. Okay, but I want you to install the memory in your mind. Keep it there, we'll retrieve it one of the days, all right? Keep it safe for the Guru. All right? But are you understanding, when there's too much or too less power, what happens to the fuse? So for the amp on the fuse to be correct, you need an electrician. You need a qualified electrician. And you also need an application. An application to be submitted and approved. So whoever meets a qualified electrician, what it means? It means you have an electrical problem. That is why you come to a qualified electrician. It means you have an electrical problem. All right? What a day. Sita is not at satsang. But she'll be watching live. All right? You have an electrical problem. It means you are qualified because of your electrical problem to seek the assistance of a qualified electrician. Yes or no? Yes or no? Which means you have merits to seek the attention of a qualified electrician by default. By default. Yes or no? Logic, Dave? All these people in informal houses, due to their illegal connections, they now become qualified to seek assistance from the municipality so that that may be remedied. Yes? Similarly, you have, all of you that come to the Sri Narayan Dham, you have merits now to change the fuse so that you can receive the all-pervading power from Lord Sri Narayan. You can receive the all-pervading power from Lord Sri Narayan. So this fuse, Jessica, has got 6 sockets that need to connect so that you can receive the all-pervading power of Lord Sri Narayan. The first PowerPoint is anger. If you put that into the socket and if there's anger there, there'll be no power. You got anger problem? I saw you shaking. You sure? Because I got 3 members of your future family, 4, sorry. And I don't want them to get afraid. They're so calm people. You sure you don't have? Okay, all right. Because I saw you wriggling. Okay, yesterday somebody put their hand up. Alfie. All right. You say Bhaiya. She said in front of a guru. My Guruji, Lord Sri Narayan on that side, Lord Sri Narayan on that side, Swami, Lord Sri Ramanuj, and our brand new 2-day-old Lord Sri Narayan in the pond, that she has no anger. And this is recorded. This is recorded. And this recording can go to any court. And I asked how many times? 3. All right. So you are safe, my boy. I think you are the safest man on this planet. I'm definitely going to attend your wedding. Okay? Then, from anger comes greed. From anger comes greed. From greed comes lust. From lust, envy, jealousy, pride, and illusions. So when this is removed, the all-pervading power of Lord Sri Narayan can pervade your existence. All pervading power of Lord Sri Narayan can pervade your entire existence. And that is why we say, when you surrender, you don't physically surrender your body to Lord Sri Narayan or the Guru. You surrender your vices. Surrender means to give up. When a criminal is running away and a policeman is chasing him with a gun, when he realizes he cannot run any further, he puts his hand up. When he puts his hand up, it means he is telling the policeman, I give up. I give up. So similarly, besides our devotee here, all of you need to bring your anger and leave it. Yeah. You surrender your vices to the Guru. When you surrender your vices to the Guru, that is why after I put the sign on, when the phone rings, you'll have to surrender your phone to the Guru, because my speaker is not, I cannot hear nicely. Jessica, you heard me? When you're talking on the cell phone, I have to scream, yeah, Jessica. So I'm looking for a phone. Siddharth, put the sign outside. If anyone's phone rings during satsang, alright, the phone will be immediately confiscated and will become the property of the Guru personally and not the foundation. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Okay. May that soul rest in peace. Can you see? That is by where you are seated. And if that soul could discuss the science behind this phone call, it will be a very great explanation to you. Alright? So coming back, and I stress this often even in our general satsang, because this is where we are falling short. And I see it every day. I see it all the time. Let's take this pledge. Whatever my behavior is at home, whatever my behavior is at work, that behavior must not be portrayed in the satsang. All of us must take this pledge. However I talk at home, however manner I behave in my house, if I come to satsang and behave the same, then I'm wasting my time, energy, petrol. Alright? Because I asked, but I told Jessica and Satish Bhai to remind me. In these 22 days, I wanted each person to come in the front here and for 2 or 3 minutes, or even 1 minute, give one fault that they want to eradicate. Did I ask you, Jessica, to remind me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Don't come in front here. Hemita is not here.
She was number 1.
Okay. So I'll make you number 1 today. What fault? Stand up, Jessica. Stand up. What fault of yours you want to pull down your face mask? Okay. Assistant cameraman is here.
Very quick to that.
I don't want your hardest fault because you're going to struggle. I want a fault that you think that is easy. Alright? I want this to be good and I want it to be tangible. I want us to be able to work with it. So which of, from the 3,700 faults you have, which is your one that you can work out from today until next year, month of Ramanujans?
Stop stressing about unnecessary things, Guru.
Is that your easiest?
It's my easiest, Guru. Not my easiest, I think it's my most difficult, but the thing that I experience most.
Okay. Give her a hand, everyone. Let's do it in pairs. Satish bhai. Well, you heard he just got one funeral message.
Not easy to convince. I am dogmatic in accepting reasoning or unreasoning.
I don't think so.
No,
No, I don't think so.
outside this forum.
I still don't think so. I don't think so. Don't be hard on yourself. You hardly have a lot of. Maybe 2 or 3. From that, give me one. Jessica, don't get jealous. You can't see your pure husband with impure eyes. That 3,700 visions that's floating all the time in front of you. How are you going to see my pure Satish? I'm serious, Satish.
I'm difficult.
Yes. And you have reason to be difficult. But now you are in satsang, just let go, knowing that Lord Narayan has capacity to fix up whatever you are wanting to be fixed up. Right? So you're difficult with your home family, you're also difficult with your siblings. I think your sister is here, parents, brothers. Is because you are conservative, you want to keep a certain discipline. But you have realized they're grown, they're married, they're gone away, they have grandchildren, they have children, all right? So you have to let go, all right? Just let go. You have very few. In 2 or 3 years' time, you'll be perfect.
Thank you.
Narayan.
I don't have to worry about 3,000.
No, don't. Are there any questions? Rosh, your family and new family members will leave something tomorrow. Tomorrow. All right?
Just one comment.
Yeah.
As you're explaining us about the electrician will connect you can say electrician lights up our life. In the same token, you light up our life as well.
Thank you, Rosh Bhai. You will still give that testimony tomorrow. You will still give this testimony tomorrow. You can't buy this, Guru. Your daughter is trying it with all types of cakes and scones. All right? Are there any questions? Please. I don't want a lot of devotees. I want you. I don't want you to leave. But all of you are going to leave this satsang if you don't remove anger. All of you one day going to get angry with the Guru and leave this satsang. I tried and tested with Mataji how many years? Why our devotees left? Only because of anger. Only because of anger. So I changed things around. I changed things around because I don't want you to leave. I don't want a sieve. I don't want to be a sieve Guru. I'm teaching you but you're falling through. I want to retain you. I want to retain you. I want you here, each one of you. I don't want thousands of devotees. It doesn't lift me higher, Satish Bhai. All right? I want to fix up those paths. So I was a very angry person. My surname used to be Singh. Anger was, a few millimeters. All right? And go down to Warwick Avenue, interview all those old people. All right? They'll tell you how I express my anger every day. Go to my personal file, my police file. I think it's still there, Jessica. All right? Go see how many charges are there because I got angry. Assault GBH, attempted murder. All right? And whilst I was a policeman. Okay? So I was a very angry person. But look today. I sit here looking at you with tears in my eyes. Because my Guruji took my anger away. Who took it away? My Guruji took my anger away when I surrendered to him. When I surrendered to him, I asked him to take my anger away. I asked him to take my pride away. I was a very proud person. Satish Bhai, I was very, very proud. I had anger and I had pride. I had no envy. I had no jealousy. I had anger and I had pride. I had no arrogance. But I was in illusion. I was in illusion because I thought I was the best. In my taxi I wrote there, Big Boss. My taxi name was Big Boss. And the side name was simply the best. And in the back bumper I had, let's face it, you are burning. I put all this for my mother-in-law. I had a long fight with her for many years. With whom? My mother-in-law. And somebody was selling a frame. And I bought it for yes, it was written, I wish all my enemies a long life so that they can see my successes. And I kept that frame for a very, very long time. That was my mantra. That frame was my mantra. And I'm seated here today. I am seated here today. It was a long journey. It was a hard journey. It was a dark journey. It was a dark journey. Notwithstanding all that happened to me in the background, I surrendered to my Guru. I surrendered to my Guru. My mother-in-law took her blessings from me when I became a Guru. All of you understand. Every story has a beautiful ending. There are many videos. You'll see my mother-in-law coming in Saligram, bowing down, taking the blessings from his son-in-law and going. If I was still angry and if I still had pride, I wouldn't be a Guru in the first place, or if I was a Guru, I'll be a fake Guru. Then I wouldn't have accepted giving blessings to my mother-in-law. So it is very important that we remove anger. Anger is the root of all our other vices. The other vices is the cousins of anger. Because once you can't get angry, other things can't enter your domain. Okay? So as much as this is the month of the Ramanujans, I want you all to become Ramanujans. Everyone that interact with me in my life on this spiritual journey must have the surname Ramanujan. And to have the surname Ramanujan, we cannot have these vices. So when we celebrate the month of the Ramanujans, we won't be celebrating Lord Sri Ramanuj and Guruji, because we will all be Ramanujans. And we'll be celebrating this month for ourselves. In that we conquered our vices together. We conquered all our vices together, day by. Think by next year you'll be a Ramanujan. You and Bhabhi. And Jessica and Satish. Rakesh. Rakesh. You and your brother. Yeah. So that every year when we celebrate this month of the Ramanujans, who does this month belong to? The Sri Narayan Dham. And every year when we celebrate the month of the Ramanujans, in actuality we are celebrating our own war against our own vices. Yes? You think we can make it? If we don't, what is the purpose of me being here? Those by? What is the purpose of me being here if we don't win the war against our vices? Dave, you agree? Yeah. So we should be serious. How nice you think this tilak would look on your head, Dave? Rosh and Satish. Huge tilaks. That our satellite in Vaikunth, Lord Narayan can show the people from Vaikunth, look at those two shining bald heads with our tilak on it. It will be picked up all the way in Vaikunth. Jai Sri Narayan.